South Africa needed more power. The answer seemed simple: build more power plants. The nation was growing rapidly and the demand for electricity was skyrocketing. The government and energy experts believed that expanding coal power was the quickest and most efficient solution to meet this increasing demand. Enter Kusile, a massive coal-powered station meant to fuel the nation's growth. Hopes were high. The future seemed bright. This project was seen as a beacon of progress, promising to bring jobs, stability, and a brighter future for millions of South Africans. Initial estimates projected a cost of 81 billion rand. This figure was based on detailed financial models and expert predictions, aiming to ensure that the project would be both feasible and sustainable. This seemed reasonable for such a large project. The scale of Kusile was unprecedented, and the initial budget was considered a sound investment in the country's future. However, as construction began, cracks appeared in the facade. These were not just physical cracks but also metaphorical ones, indicating deeper issues within the project's management and execution. Costs began to spiral out of control. Unforeseen complications, delays, and mismanagement led to a continuous increase in the budget, causing widespread concern. The projected budget was blown apart. What was once a carefully planned financial strategy turned into a financial nightmare, with costs escalating beyond anyone's expectations. The final bill, over 300 billion rand. This staggering amount far exceeded the initial estimates, leaving the nation in shock and disbelief. Kusile became a stark warning, a monument to mismanagement. It highlighted the dangers of overambition and the consequences of poor oversight and corruption. It is the most expensive coal power station ever built. The legacy of Kusile serves as a cautionary tale for future projects, emphasizing the need for transparency, accountability, and realistic planning. How did this happen? Corruption played a major role. Inflated contracts became commonplace. Kickbacks lined the pockets of dishonest officials. Money meant for the project vanished. Oversight was lax. Accountability was non-existent. The project was plagued by shoddy work. This resulted in costly repairs and rework. The dream of Kusile was fading. The South African people were betrayed. Their money, intended for progress, was squandered. The consequences were dire. The project's failure cast a long shadow. It eroded public trust in large-scale projects. Corruption was not the only culprit. The project was marred by a series of fundamental issues that went far beyond mere financial mismanagement. Fundamental design flaws plagued the plant from the very beginning. Engineers struggled with the intricate network of pipes and boilers, which were not up to standard. The boilers, essential for power generation, were faulty and prone to frequent breakdowns. This was a critical issue that could not be ignored. This resulted in reduced output and efficiency. Expensive modifications became necessary to try and rectify these issues, but they were often only temporary fixes. Each delay added to the soaring costs, making the project increasingly unviable. The timeline kept extending, with no clear end in sight. The project became a black hole, consuming ever more resources. Funds that could have been used elsewhere were funneled into this failing endeavor. The delays had a ripple effect, impacting not just the power station but the entire energy sector. Other projects were put on hold, waiting for this one to be completed. South Africa faced rolling blackouts. Businesses suffered immensely, with many having to close their doors. The economy stagnated as a result. The people endured the consequences of poor planning and execution. Long queues for basic services became the norm, and frustration grew. Kusile, once a beacon of hope, became a symbol of failure. What was meant to be a solution turned into a cautionary tale of what can go wrong. Kusile stands as a cautionary tale, a monumental project that has faced numerous challenges and setbacks. It is a stark reminder of the importance of transparency and accountability in both public and private sectors. Without these, even the most ambitious projects can falter. Kusile underscores the need for proper planning and execution in large-scale projects. Every detail from initial design to final implementation must be meticulously managed. The future of energy requires sustainable solutions. Transitioning from coal to renewable energy sources is not just an option, but a necessity for the planet's health. We must learn from the mistakes of the past to build a more resilient and sustainable future. The lessons from Kusile are invaluable in this regard. What does Kusile mean for South Africa? It represents both a challenge and an opportunity for growth and innovation in the energy sector. It is a heavy burden on the nation's economy, with cost overruns and delays impacting financial stability. The cost overruns have crippled Eskom, the state-owned power utility, leading to widespread financial strain and operational inefficiencies. The energy crisis continues to plague the country, affecting millions of lives and stalling economic progress. Kusile's legacy is a mix of regret and a desperate hope for a brighter future. It serves as a powerful lesson in the importance of foresight, planning, and sustainable development.